Jim, how are you? Today we are going to work towards the crow pose, and we are just going to connect it with the core activation. And today we are with also Anna, that is going to support us to see the different way you can enter on crow pose. Also, crow pose is a pose that is not easy, but it's at the same time super hard, but it comes with the understanding the balancing with your hands. And this balance comes also with this position of your knees, outside, inside, or over your triceps. So this kind of change in base of your typology of strength and flexibility. But at the same time, core activation helps you a lot to maintain stability over the pose. So we're gonna start on hands and knees on the mat in order to increase your warm-ups. It's like getting confident with your space and with your body. So we just make some turn around with wrist. It doesn't matter right now. Alignments and anything. It just comes with listen to your body, listen to your feelings. You can like stop and create some arch in some specific direction if you need it, if you feel it, or you just keep turning around the wrist. You just want to feel how you handle your flexibility and rigidity when you have 4 constraints on the floor. And when you did like 5 or 6 turns, you can compensate the other side. Just be part of the sensation, just be part of the moment. It's all that matters. If you find a little bit of struggle on your wrist, try to understand if it comes with a pain that is temporary or something that you are holding for weeks, months. It's just a moment that you talk with your body. And once you complete the last turn, you're just going to bring the pose in the right alignment. So knees under the hips, distance wide apart like your hips. You bring the wrist under your shoulders, creating a line perpendicular to the floor, and you turn the elbows pointing forward. Your pointing fingers are parallel to each other, and you just go with inhale, bring your neck to the ground, go for cow pose. Inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, fingertips around your back. And bring your chin close to the sternum. Palms to the floor. Inhale, cow pose, and you just want to root a little bit forward with your navel to the ground. And you exhale, fingertips, chin to the sternum. Alright, now you bring the back parallel to the floor. You inhale, and you just exhale through your mouth. Through your mouth. Now you're just gonna go for 10 fingertips push up, just to raise your fingertips, but at the same time you reach for 10, 9, you just lift your palm, 8, 7, you just want to keep the shoulder above the wrist, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now you turn your fingertips pointing the knees, and now you just can, if you find yourself struggling keeping your arms straight, you can just bend it if you need it. And you lift right knee, you lift left knee, and just hold it for core activation. Just get into the practice a little bit. And you hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Into the ground. Run your fingers on the mat, and you bring the nose on the ground, thumbs are facing each others, and you're just gonna bring the top of the hands to the floor. You can follow up with your chest if you find your wrist a little bit rigid today. If not, you just keep the arm straight. This helps you to a little bit warm up your wrist, and go back on your nose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And from here we just want to try to lift the palms. We're going to keep the shoulder above the wrist, knees under the hip for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one we hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Alright, just inhale, arch the back. Then elbows go to the floor, open the chest, the chin go up. And we exhale, fingertips, and we go for cat pose. Chin to the sternum, round the back. Alright, palm to the floor, inhale, back around to the floor, in. And we exhale to the mouth. X. We point the toes, we lift the knees, we bring the hips to the sky, and we push the head between our arms. And from here, you just try to pedal, you just step with your heels, you just find yourself on downward facing dog. To see how you feel right now. You feel a little bit rigid. You just start to feel a little bit of blood on your head. And all the sensation that comes with changing part of you. And gently you just bring the feet, hips wide apart, the hands shoulder wide apart, and just want to try to extend the spine, make it straight as much as you can. You can bend your knee like your legs. Doesn't matter if they are straight or not right now. It just matters if your spine can extend gently so you can bring more weight to your feet. Just easy. Or you can just bring weight to your feet, to the back of the mat, so you can release tension on your wrist, on your arms, on your hands. And from here, you just want to step or jump and bring the feet next to the pinkies. Right, from here we just gonna start. So we just gonna bring the hips close to the ground. We inhale, we go what we call malasana. We can go in prayer pose with our hands, in. And exhale, we're gonna bring hands on the ground. So it's going to our first attempt for crow pose. So internal elbow pointing forward, elbow pointing back on the mat, and we're just gonna bend a little bit, and we want to bring the pointer fingers parallel to each other. So you have your hands set up, you have your arms set up, and you're just gonna bring the knees closer to your tricep, and you just wanna bring a little bit of weight on your hands. And you just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just bring the weight on your heels. You go back to Malasana, so heels on the mat, toes outside of the mat. Inhale, open the chest, lift the chest, and exhale, you just bring your hands behind you, and you just gently roll and sit to yourself. You would just bring the shin parallel to the floor. We go what we call half boat pose. And when you inhale, you just go for low boat pose. Alright, nice. Exhale, half boat pose. So finally the activation. And from here, you just bring the heels on the mat. And you bring a hand behind yourself and just push so you can go to Malasana. Or you can find yourself doing it without the help of your hands. From here, we go back to the crow state. So hands on the floor, pointing fingers parallel to each other, bend the elbows, internal elbows pointing forward, and you just bring the knees to the tricep. You just not bring the knees on the tricep, you just want to push the floor. The knees are not holding by your arms, they are like activated like when you activate your core, so you just bring the same intention while you're doing the crow pose. So just bring the weight on your arms, bend your elbows, and if you can, you just lift the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently we let the right leg go back to the floor, and we lift the left leg for 5, 4, I know it's not easy, 2, 1, and we let it go. It just comes with the bringing weight on your hands. So heels on the mat, toes outside, we inhale, Malasana, open the chest, and then just gently, when you exhale,
hands on the ground if you need it, okay? Or you can just go and gently sit, and so half boat, shin parallel to the floor. You just want to keep activated your quads, and when you inhale, you just go low pose. So you run on your back, you exhale, you go up. And we're gonna do 2 more. We're gonna increase a little bit. You can do it, or you can keep doing 1 to maybe focus more on the technique, or you just know the technique and you wanna improve it. Alright, now heels on the mat, hands if you need it, and you just go to inhale and exhale, hands on the ground, pointing fingers parallel to each other. We go back to crow techniques. So you can just bring weight on your hands. You can just lift one leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. You're just trying to lift the other one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Nice work. So now you go back, bringing the heel on the mat. Inhale, Malasana, just embracing the opening of your hips. You find yourself struggling, you can see somewhere, but it's important you keep your heels on the ground right now. So when you exhale, you just need your hands. You find yourself a little bit more flexible now. Just bring yourself down on the floor. Half bow pose. In. Exhale, you keep it. You're trying to strengthen your back as much as you can. We go for 3. So in, 1, exhale. 2, and 3. Nice job. So heels on the mat. Toes outside. Push yourself. Malasana, inhale. Open and exhale. Crow technique. You know, if you find yourself a little bit tired, you can just bring the hands on the floor and try to bring a little weight. Crow pose, begin where you just bring weight. You don't need to lift anything. But if you find yourself, you want to challenge a little bit more yourself, you now go for the play of legs, the play of feet. So you just lift the right foot, you push with the right hand, you want to bring the strength on your right arm, and now you lift your left feet, but then you go down with the right feet. Alright, for 5, and you keep it 4, 3, 2, 1, and you switch to your right feet, and then you land with your left feet. 5, 4, I know it's not easy. 3, 2, but you're doing great. 1, and you let go. Heels on the mat. Inhale, Malasana. Open the chest. Exhale, you just go and sit. And from here, half boat. Inhale, open. Exhale, you maintain. If you want, you can just try to lift a little bit. I know it's hard. But then you go back to 4. Go in, X. 3, X. 2, X. And 1, X. Alright? You can heels on the mat, toes outside. You can just try it. And if you want to create some momentum and go, you can always help yourself with your hands. Crow state, crow pose, hands on the floor. Things are getting intense, so we're gonna create a pose in between that we use it for compensate the crow. So now hands on the ground. We're just gonna go for the full crow if you want to, or you just can land on the previous steps that we did before. So you lift the right and you try to lift the left. And now we're just gonna go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice work. Inhale, Malasana. Always heels on the mat. Finger goes outside. That's help you a lot. Create space to keep your back straight. And exhale. You just bring your right hand on the floor. And if you can, you find yourself with enough space. There's not a rule of distance between your right hand and your right heel. Okay, with the hand behind you. Shorten the distance, harder is the more is the open request for your shoulder to reach a steady and stable position. So you just find yourself a distance that is good for you, and you bring your left gaze, your left eye, looking at your top of the right hand. So you inhale, bring the hips to the sky, like this. You just can open. It's a compensation of the crow pose, and just you find yourself maybe relaxed. That's the meaning of this pose. And when you exhale, you just go back. All right, you sit, you push yourself, and you go Malasana. Inhale, and you exhale, extension, and you go sitting in half boat. When you inhale here, you straight back. And when you exhale, you keep it. And you want, you can lift it and find extension in your legs. Now inhale, low boat for 5. And you go back. 4. Bonus points if you can keep it, your knees touching each other. 2, 1, and now you can create momentum if you want to, and go back to Malasana if you want, or you can use your hands, do your thing. Hands on the ground. One more crow pose. Do your thing, do your steps. Just bring the weight if you're tired. Just bring the crow pose if you need it. You just lift one leg. This time we start with the left one, and now we try to lift the right one. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice job. All right. Now we go back to Malasana. Inhale. All right. And when we exhale, we're going to bring left hands behind you. Find your distance, find your thing. Right eye, top of the left hand. Open the chest. Push the floor. Gaze on the top of your left hand. This is really important. Keep you perpendicular to the floor, your shoulder and wrist line. And when you exhale, you just go back to Malasana, find your thing, and sit yourself down. Half bow in, exhale if you want to straight, do your thing, and then go back for 6. All right, 5. All right, 4. All right, 3. All right, 2. Okay, 1. And you want to try to straighten your spine. And you go with the heels on the floor. Push yourself or find momentum. Do your thing. Okay. And now crow pose. For 8 seconds, do your thing. You can lift one leg, you can try to lift both at the same time. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, push the floor. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, inhale, Malasana. You'll find yourself getting on the exhale, hands, right hand behind you, and inhale, open the chest, left eye, top of your right hand. Exhale, go back, push the floor, Malasana in, exhale, sit yourself down. All right, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, try to straighten up right now from here. And then let's go back to low boat for 8. All right. 7. You can go for half boat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, you can find momentum and go to Malasana. If you find yourself needing your hands, you always get that. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Malasana, and exhale, hand on the ground. Then you go for 8 seconds crow pose. Pointed fingers parallel to each other. Left lift both feet contemporary if you can. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Here on the mat, close outside. Inhale, Malasana. And exhale, left hands behind your back. And inhale, open right eye, top of your left hand. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale. And exhale, sit on the ground. Alright. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, strengthening the leg. And we go for 9, 9, 8, 7, 6, all right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, give yourself momentum if you need it, and go to Malasana. Inhale, open. Exhale, crow pose. Your last 2 crow pose. All right, left both feet contemporary if you can, or do your thing for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good job. 2, 1. Release. Malasana. Inhale, open. And exhale, right hand behind your back. Inhale, open. Push yourself. And exhale. Let's go down. Inhale, Malasana. And exhale, sit for back core activation, right? Inhale, open, line your spine, knees touching each other. Exhale, straighten, relax, find activation. I know you can. And we go for 10. All right, 9, 8. Good job. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, give yourself momentum. Let's go back to Malasana. All right, inhale, open, and exhale, crow pose. All right, here we have the last 10-second crow pose. Do your thing. Do what you can today. Lift both toes, both feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Halfway through. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Inhale, Malasana. Good job. And exhale, left hand behind your back. We close everything off. Inhale, open. In. And exhale. We go back to Malasana. And just gently find yourself sitting. And cross your legs. Just release tension from your shoulders. Let go your arms. And just keep your spine straight as much as you can. Let go the shoulders. We want to push the top of your head to the ceiling and find your breath moving through your body. We inhale, we push the belly to the front, bring the breath to the chest, release tension on your shoulder, start exhale through your mouth in 3, 2, 1, exhale. Again, inhale through the belly, chest breath, push the top of your head to the ceiling, release tension from your shoulder. You just let everything off in 3, 2, 1, exhale through your mouth. Alright, and you can keep going for 2, 3 more breaths, or as much as you can to practice, reach the finish line. I'm really happy you joined us. Hopefully see you on the next practice. Namaste.